Hey guys, it's Brianna Page and you're back with another video. So today video is going to be a little different. It's not going to be like my normal videos. It's going to be more like something I want to touch on for a while. And it's just for fun. It's not a seriousness, so don't take me serious. It's basically like conspiracy theories, but this one we focusing on the Men in Black conspiracy theory. If you know what the Men in Black is, you have seen the movie, which stars Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith, known as Special Agent K and J.
Got out of that business a long time ago.
Why do you lie to me, Jeeves? I hate it when you lie.
Just hold on a second.
I'm gonna count to 3.
He'll do it, Jeeves.
1,
I'm telling you, that man does not look stable.
2.
But you know what? Talk to me. He is just crazy when he's like this.
He's always crazy. Why don't you get a massage? Take a cruise.
3. Drop the weapon and put your hands on your head.
And it's about basically these two agents, and one of the agents are new, and that the new agent is played by Will Smith, which is known as Agent J. And Agent K is more like his mentor, and they're partners, and they're basically fighting the aliens off. Basically getting rid of the aliens that are not registered on Earth, and like aliens that are found dangerous on Earth. So like to make sure to keep the identity safe, and make sure that the people are safe and the people don't know that there's aliens living on Earth. Only the MIBs know that.
The title held by me, MIB, means what you think you saw, you did not see.
So like they make sure that people don't find out, and they make sure people are safe, and that that the aliens are registered and not harming people. MIBs are really nice in the movie. If they usually use this little thing, you know what I'm talking about if you've seen the movie. It's like this little silver thing, so it's a camera flash thing that makes you forget everything that you have just saw, basically.
What in the hell is going on?
Excellent question. And the answer you're looking for lies right here.
Who are you? Really?
Really? I am just a figment of your imagination. Damn, what a gullible breed.
So that is the movie MIB, which is very interesting. I've seen all 3. I think there's a 4th one coming out this summer, but not with Tommy Lee Jones or Will Smith. I think it's 2 other people. But I think that one's going to be very interesting because I'm going to go see it, and that's one of the reasons why I made this video. But the real MIBs, it's based on kind of like true stories kind of like a myth, you know. But it's like basically these are the encounters people have had with the Men in Black. And Men in Black that you see on movies are a little bit different than the ones that people have said they encounter with. I'm lying. They look probably totally different. The only thing that probably looks similar is probably the outfits. Okay, people who have said that they have had encounters with the Men in Black have said they had pale skin, really pale skin, like almost ghostly or like sickly, like if you're sick, or like very ghostly, non-human pale skin. Pink lips, like really pink lips that just almost look like they're reddish, like a non-natural color. And to have like no hair, like you know, some people don't have eyebrows or eyelashes, but like not a lot of people don't have that. But like they are saying to like even if you see more than one of them, they have been claimed to like none of like people that come visit them, it's always more than one, that they will have no eyelashes and no eyebrows, and their eyes will be like a color, I don't know, it'll be like a blackish color that's like an unnatural color, are supposed to like take on human features. They have said that they had black suits, just like in the movie, black suits, black coats, and I think sometimes, I don't know if they wear hats, black hats, I think so, and sometimes they wear black sunglasses, you know. And people say when they would have these encounters that they would get this oddly eerie feeling from them, and like mostly like makes them the Men in Black will make them basically feel anxious and fearful, because these encounters weren't like the encounters in the movies. The encounters in the movies, they weren't really like creepy.
Gentlemen?
Yes, ma'am. I'm Special Agent Mannheim. This is Special Agent Black with the FBI. We'd like to talk to you about your visitor.
You here to make fun of me, too?
No, ma'am. We at the FBI do not have a sense of humor we're aware of. May we come in?
Sure.
Thank you.
Lemonade?
Oh, yes, please.
I guess it's kind of weird someone showing up to your house or something because you don't know them and they say they work for the government, but like they were a little bit more normal looking and normal than the encounters people have explained. So people would say they would have these eerie, odd feelings when they had these encounters. And they'd be very fearful after the encounters were over. Basically, the reason the Men in Black will visit these people is because they'll be either doing research or something, or they will see sights of like UFOs or aliens. So that would make the Men in Black come through. Basically make them, instead of like putting a little flashy thing to them, I don't know. I've never heard them actually like erasing the memory, but I've heard Men in Black basically like threaten them in some way to make them not give information of what they saw or of UFOs, or they're doing research of UFOs or aliens to make them stop by basically threatening them in some way. These are some of the encounters people have had with the Men in Black. So one of the first encounters was back in like way back then, was like 1955, by a researcher named Dr. Albert K. Blender. He was in charge of the International Flying Bureau. Sounds very corporate. Basically, he was very like a researcher, known as a really good writer and researcher, and he's about to publish his Finding the Space Review, which I guess is supposed to be like a major breakthrough in his career and probably one of the biggest projects he's done. He was ready to publish this piece when he got a encounter with these oddly men. So 3 men dressed in black suits came to pay him a visit, you know, and these 3 men were known as the Men in Black. Dun dun dun. And so basically they told him he needs to stop do not go through with the research, do not publish it, and it's basically just shut down the whole thing. Let's just say people around him said that Bender was acting very always on the edge, fearful, a little anxious, you know, like somebody was watching him, or like he was scared to do certain things. Basically he shut down the whole thing. We still released like research, but the research will be unreadable and basically talking about nothing. And it was like odd basically, and it was getting like basically like the research probably like beating around the bush than his regular research, because you know you had this man that is really good researcher and a really good writer when it comes to the UFOs and aliens, so people would look forward to finding new information on his research. But all of a sudden, like, he's always on the edge, nervous, and like the new pieces that he are releasing are unreadable and like basically beating around the bush and talking about nothing. After like everything kind of mellowed down, he would still claim to have these unusual calls. So people would call him and like there'll be nobody on the other end. He would have his encounters until the day he died in 2002. He just died in 2002. So that's about Bender's case. So the next encounter was another encounter around the same time. I think probably like 1960, I don't know, but it was actually Jack Robertson and his wife Mary. They were researchers too, and they started to experience these strange and bizarre things. Like sometimes they'll come home to like a house, not like really messed up, but like a house that looked like it has been like rummaged through a little bit, or like somebody was there going through their stuff. So they would have a few of these, and which is really strange and bizarre, because why would you leave your house and then when you come back stuff has looked like it's been rummaged through more than one time? It's like kind of weird, because like it is weird. I'll probably be scared, to be honest. And the weird thing is, as they got further into like their research with UFOs and aliens, these visits started to become more frequent, I think. Another one was Mary, when she was home one day in her apartment. They lived in an apartment basically, and it was like this, they have a street and then there's their apartment. So one day she looks down through her window of the apartment, which is in the front, and she sees a strange man looking up at her apartment. And the strange man had a black suit, I think a black hat, I think black sunglasses, I think, if I'm reading it right or recalling correctly. But he did have a black suit on, and he was very pale, and he had a black hat on. And these visits that he would look up at her house and show up at their house more than once. And one time she actually told her cousin Tim Beckley, yeah. And her cousin Tim decided to basically take pictures of this man, took a picture of this man, but like undercover and not like directly. But the man didn't know he took a picture of him. So he took a picture basically of the men in black, not knowing. But it's like he's like waiting on something, or he's like looking for something. You know, he doesn't look like normal. The man looks like he's looking for something, and he's basically there for a reason. And that was another encounter. It was actually a third encounter too. And actually, instead of a researcher this time, it was a radio personality, and it was a broadcaster basically. And this broadcaster, I like broadcasting because that's what I want to be when I get older. Broadcasting journalist, get off the subject. But this personality broadcaster was named Danny Gordon, and Danny Gordon was really known for his UFO and alien talk about. So he'll talk about on his show and his research that he would broadcast on his radio station. He really was like, he would do it, I guess he would broadcast it to the air, and he would also take pictures of things that were not seen as human-like or like earthly-like. So he would take pictures of things that he said he would see UFOs, take pictures of that. Sometimes when he take these photos, he would have this strange feeling like he's being followed or watched. It's not a good feeling. He had a call, and the call claimed to be from the ex-military. And the ex-military told him that his research could cost him his life and his career, and basically to stop for the sake of his family. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of creepy thinking about it. Like, why would that, basically like they're threatening him because like they're saying you better stop basically, or your family can get hurt, or you can get hurt and your career can get hurt. Basically that's what they're doing. So they're like threatening him lightly, but like they're still threatening him, you know. So I guess, and then the thing is, I guess Gordon continued to do what he did, you know, on the low. And when it comes to the MIB, there's no such thing as on the low, because the MIB basically knows everything. That's why they will actually show up at your house or call you, because they knew everything. Every time people have these encounters, they'd be like, they'll ask the MIB, why, how do you know this? The MIB will say, we know all, we know what you've been up to, we pull your file, which is kind of weird and scary, because like somebody basically been following you and has tactics on you and knows your whole life. So basically, I guess he continued to do what he did. And one day he got a visit from I think these two men that claimed to be a part of a magazine. First it was an ex-military that called him, so-called ex-military people that called him. Now people call him that said that he's from a magazine. After the interview, he noticed that his photos that he would take, because he would take pictures again of these UFOs and these unearthly things, or like these alien sightings, and he noticed after the interview all his photos that he has taken were missing, like, which is weird. Like, yo, like, where the photos go? Like, I know I'm not crazy, I had these photos hanging up, and now they're gone right after this so-called magazine interview. So Gordon calls the magazine to basically find out where his missing photos have gone, but the magazine claimed to not know who he was, which is weird because he just got interviewed. So how do you not know who I am if I just interviewed me, you know? So basically they said they didn't know who he was. So like basically his photos were gone and he wasn't getting them back. And people that so-called work for the magazine were probably the men in black. I guess after a while Gordon kind of slowed down his research and basically probably didn't really do it as much, or he didn't do it at all, and he stopped talking about the UFOs and aliens, and that was the last of it basically. And then Men in Black never bothered him again. So basically that was all of I did 3 encounters. Maybe I might do more in the future, but that was all about the Men in Black. Guys, don't take this serious. I mean, like, it's just for fun. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and give me your thoughts on what you think about the Men in Black. Are they real or are they not?